book in hand. I somehow can't follow an audiobook. I tried it with multiple H.P. Lovecraft stories and with The Hobbit, and I couldn't get through it. Like, I don't pay attention to it at all. It's just someone is telling me something, and yeah, I can't listen to them, fortunately. I love hardback books, like for a collection, but if I want to carry a book around, I would prefer a soft cover. Fiction books, because I like when I'm reading, I just want to don't pay attention to reality. For some reason, I just want to be in this world and just forget about all the bad stuff. So fiction all the way. I like a combination of like a fantasy world plus real life issues. I think that's the reason why I love urban fantasy so much, because it is fantasy, but it's set like in a real world. Okay, is that even a question? And yeah, I prefer Harry Potter. Buy. I can't borrow. Mm. If I borrow a book, it's so stressful for me because I don't want to let something happens to this book. And if I have this book, then I feel pressure to read it, and then I won't be reading it. So no, I'm not borrowing books. If I want to read this book, I will buy it. I buy 90% of my books online, and it's not that I'm just lazy, but I live in a country that doesn't have like big bookstores. We have like one big bookstore chain, and it's horrible to find a book. And even if you find a book, the books look like they've been chewed up by a dog, and their English section is not really big. So if I want to read a English book, it's more relaxing to get it on Amazon than to be angry in the store. All in all, I think a trilogy is the best way of telling a story, simply because you get to know the characters, you have like a richer story, and I don't mind a standalone book if the story interests me and it grabs my attention. Yes, why not? I like both. I need some time to get used to the idea that I'm going to read this monster of a book. But every time I make it through like a huge book, I always read like short stories in between or a graphic novel in between, so that it shakes it up a little bit. Combination of both. Although I don't like starry-eyed romance where after 5 minutes of meeting they're in love and they want to be together forever. Yeah, not a good book. But if it's just like action scene after action scene after action scene, you kind of lose me. What do you think my answer is? Snuggie all the way. I actually never drink hot chocolate while reading. It's coffee or tea. It's a combination for me. I like reviews if people don't spoil it. I take everyone who's watching this, everyone, yeah, all of you, yeah, if you haven't done it already,